What is happening, tabletop gamers? My name is Lunamate and welcome back to Lunamate Games. Today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on the 2 to 8 player trivia game Timeline by Fredric Henry and published by Asmodee. Now, this is going to be a different review that I've done in the past. I'm not going to be talking about just this one game in particular. This is music and cinema. I'm actually going to be sharing my thoughts on the entire Timeline series. There are literally several Timeline games, not just this one. Just to name a few, there's Inventions, Diversity, Discovery, Polska, and many, many others. And basically they all play pretty much the same way. You have a hand of cards with different events that are labeled on them, and you're basically trying to be the first one to play them all out to create a timeline and be the first one to just completely clear out your hand. As you can do that first, then you win. So what are my thoughts? Well, first of all, this is a trivia game, and I want to make it clear, this is a trivia game. Now, just the fact that it's a trivia game is probably sending a lot of people away, because as I know, there are people out there who just hate trivia games in general. They do not like them. They don't care what they are. They hate trivia games. They're not doing it. If you're one of those people, then this will not interest you. However, if you do like trivia games, then this is probably one of the best trivia games that you can have. Why is this one of the best? Well, first of all, it's really easy to teach. All you have to do is just play a card, you're deciding whether you think it was before an event, the same time, or after an event. And if you're right, it goes in and you're closer to winning. If you're wrong, it's discarded and you get another card to fill your hand back up. And all you have to do to win is just clear out your hand. So the game overall is really easy to teach. You can pretty much teach this. The box says is on this one. The box says for ages 8 and up. You could probably teach this to a 6-year-old and they'll understand. One major complaint that I have noticed was that the game can get repetitive, but that's really if you only have one version, because if you play the game enough times, you'll begin to memorize some of the dates of when certain events happened. For example, with music and cinema, I've played it enough times that I now have completely memorized when some of the movies came out. However, this is just one box, and one box has 110 cards. 110. That's 110 different dates. So if you were to play this game with, say, 4 different sets, that's at least 440 cards. That's 440 dates. Do you really think you can memorize 440 dates? I can barely memorize 30 from this thing. So if you were playing this game with simply just one, then the replayability will diminish as time goes by. But if you've played with even really just 2 different sets, then the replayability really ramps up, which is great. That means that the more of these that you have, which you don't have to get them all, but if you have at least 2 of these, then you're basically set for a good while. This game can also be a really good teaching tool for kids, because it's just a game where you just sit down and you show them how to play it, and you just play. And instead of just like sitting there trying to memorize all the different dates, all you have to do is just basically you take a guess on where in history something happened. Something interesting I found out also is that you can really zone in on your interests and what you want to know by picking which set you want to play with. Because there's so many of them, you can just pick which one that only fits your interest. You want to play with just inventions and discoveries? Play with the discovery and invention sets. You want to learn about British and French history? Get the British and French sets. You want to know just about when music and movies came out? Just play with this one. I mean, you can just really zone in on what you want to play by picking which set you want. Overall, Timeline is an amazing trivia game if you like trivia. That's the big caveat. If you do not like trivia, then you will not like Timeline. But if you do like trivia, then Timeline is definitely one I would recommend. Definitely worth an A for trivia gamers. So those are my thoughts on Timeline. With all that being said, I want to know what you think. Do you like Timeline? Do you not like Timeline? Are you just in the middle of it? Let me know in the comments below and we will have a discussion. Thank you all so much as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I helped you decide whether Timeline is right for you. Also, if you want more videos and you like video games, you can click the link in the description. Head on over to my other channel, youtube.com/LunamateGames. Thank you again as always so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Later!